audio on Remy. Okay, she's just
Actually,
sitting
she's
there.
Just sitting. But Mark needs to sit there.
Yeah, I need to sit there. You can sit next to me, but I need to sit there.
Good girl.
Good, Remy.
Hey, good Remy.
Ooh, yeah.
She says, "Oh, I thought for sure somebody put that there for me."
Yeah, it's like a soft, elevated place. Clearly, it's a plinth for a cat.
Yeah.
Cat play. What a good girl. Having bladder issues. Kidney
Yeah,
problems.
it's slightly off camera, but you might notice that the couch is lacking cushions right now. Remy has a urinary tract infection, and so in order to prevent her from ruining the couch, which is a thing that she has done before,
With the previous couch.
with the
Yeah,
previous
it's not-
couch, not these,
Yes, it was the entire couch.
Yeah.
It was ruined, yeah.
we basically either removed or covered with cardboard the couch and the love seat, so that if she does jump up and pee on it, she peed on cardboard. It's
Which is no big deal.
unfortunate and unpleasant still, but yeah, she ruined cardboard. Oh no.
Where will we ever get more of that?
We've only got a 10-year supply in the attic, that's all.
Just 10 years.
Just 10 years. That's a lot of cat pee.
Yeah. I don't want to think about 10 years of cat pee.
That sounds like a strange curse.
Yes. I curse you with 10 years of cat pee.
Like, remember the 1,000 years of pain from Naruto? 10
Yeah.
years of cat pee.
I think I'd rather have 1,000 years of pain than 10 years of cat pee.
Oh, hey, Cosmos is on. Yes, are we?
Yay, but our pizza has not arrived yet.
If only it would.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Okay, so tell your news story thing.
Right. Okay. I hope someone else is watching, but this is at least getting recorded for posterity.
For posteriority.
Posteriority. So, earlier this week, the CIA released the contents of Osama bin Laden's personal computer seized from the Abbottabad compound raid. Not necessarily the contents, but like the file list of everything that was on the computer.
For reference, Abbottabad is kind of an upscale suburb in Pakistan.
Yep. Bin Laden had a Steam account, and he played Counter-Strike.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm guessing he didn't play counter-terrorist much.
If he had a choice, probably not, but having not played Counter-Strike, I don't know but what it just sorts you to whatever team automatically. But yeah, is that not absurdly perfect?
Yeah, that's,
You could have learned all
That's
kinds
surprising.
of interesting tactics from it. You know?
yeah, useless tactics, like buying a really expensive gun and shooting people from across the map. You know, he probably preferred the AWP. Whatever that even stands for.
So anyway, good evening, Internet. It is 8:05 p.m. on Thursday, November 2nd, 2017, Dia de los Muertos. A very appropriate day for us to continue Thursday Thanatopsis. Did somebody just respond there?
Yes. Gamer Alex says people usually chat here or the IRC. Also evening. Oh, it's connected. Yep, we got a cat
Yep.
bridge.
Yep. My nose. So, yes, tonight we are going to be continuing Sunless Sea. Our run last week. Okay, so this is our 4th week doing this. First 2 weeks. Oh, there's the pizza. Would you mind getting it?
On your cards, that makes this a little interesting.
It's fine.
This is a fun.
So yeah, first 2 weeks, the each of those runs lasted pretty much exactly our time slot, which was pretty great, very convenient. Last week, though, we survived straight through to the end, so we are continuing that one, and hopefully it will continue with similar fortune, I hope. At the very least, I hope to get something that will let me bequeath. That's the word that I was looking for. That will let me bequeath more stuff to my successor. But I do hope that this one will last at least to the end of the time slot, because I do think this is going to be the end for now of this particular string of Thursdays. Yay, pizza! So let's get back to it.
There's.
Thank you.
There's Lucy.
Thank y'all. It's gonna need to cool down a little bit. And also, I know for the spooky stuff, we usually turn the light off, but we kind of need light to eat by for a little bit.
This looks interesting.
So we shall do that not immediately.
The sea. An accomplice to resistance. That's a weird thing. Christian Phobia, Captain Tobias Filter, is perished at sea stop. The game Alex says, oh, you mean this section slash episode as a last time?
Yeah. This 3-hour block. The Thursday Thanatopsis show. Radio PSI has a lot of different streams. I do Thursday nights, Saturday nights, and sometimes also Saturday early afternoons. But I have different games for each of those time slots.
Aw.
and sometimes even alternate games from week to week.
They're using boxes that they can't draw on.
Well,
In this Pizza King?
mm-hmm.
So they're using boxes with stuff printed on it, so they can't draw on them. Because
They can still draw stuff in white zones.
they could have drawn, you know, Dia de los Muertos. Skulls and stuff. Skulls and top hats. And
Alright, so you don't remember what the heck we were up to last time?
Not specifically.
I recall things had gone fairly well in Visage.
Mm-hmm. They certainly did. Excuse me. Right, I was going to get a total of 5 parabola linen and take them to whoever that was that I could recruit with the stuff, which was over here somewhere. Possibly at Mount Palmerston, possibly at Gatorsmore, maybe at Codex. It definitely wasn't down here anywhere, but I don't remember specifically where.
So, what silliness do we have in the Labyrinth of Tigers as being useless as usual? 2 Scrabble Linen, 3 Scintillac, 2 Strange Catches, which I believe you're accumulating for something.
I know there's at least one that I want for my cook. My bandaged poissonniere, whatever. And then the rest is just supplies and fuel.
3 glowing red eyes.
Yep, 3 Tales of Terror. Those are certainly redeemable somewhere, but I forget where.
I don't understand how you're supposed to find an eighth, though. Like, there was something that was totally described as the color that's left after everything else is gone. I think it was, yeah, Gant. The, that scary gate to the far north was described as being Gant. But it didn't get you Gant for some reason. It's like, do you need an object whose coloration's been so worn or something?
Maybe? Yeah, return to the curator with each of the 7 impossible colors in hand.
It's very strange.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Admiralty's favor 9.
Mm-hmm. Excuse me.
May as well go for repairs. Just gonna have the favor to burn. I suppose it could sleep damage.
Yeah, I probably should save that. My hull is still well above half, and the favor doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. I'll just be careful. Famous last words. Come on now. Trying to get comfortable without the whole couch under me. Was here where I wanted to sell the Scintillac, or did we find a better price for it somewhere?
London 70.
That's the only...
That's all we got.
Okay. Well, should we sell it?
I don't know.
Let's, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Free up 3 more slots in the hold, and get us a nice little bit more money. Okay, and first, let's see, first to Hunter's Keep, then Vendor Bite. Now let's just go make a little hook there, and after that figure out what the heck we want to do.
You happen to have a monstrous almanac? I think you do.
A monstrous what?
Almanac?
I don't believe so.
Well, if you're stopping at Vendor Blight, I recommend you pick up some mushroom lime before he's out.
Oh, right, because it sells better there.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Make sure you spend a new day if you haven't already.
I have.
And what the heck distant shore does the Admiralty want you to check out this time?
Well, right now I still
remember.
I still
Are you still
haven't.
looking for the funging station?
Yeah.
Fart blades. Okay.
Right. So. I can only carry 4, and I might want to hold on to 1, or keep 1 space open.
I'm thinking before you do that, this may be a good point to upgrade something on the ship.
That's not a bad idea. What do we have currently? The Reproach.
Got the Reproach.
Okay.
How do you consider upgrading the light?
Yeah, we don't have a new one of those yet. We already have the Botticelli. All we can afford is the soft glim lamp, though.
Ooh. How much better is it? More mirrors.
Yeah, 2 more mirrors, minus 1 veils.
Your mirrors are going to be 55, if I'm reading that right?
Yes. Yes, we have plenty of mirrors. So, yeah, we could We could totally upgrade to a denunciation.
Don't do it again. 15, 15, 1,
4.
4.
Compared to 12, 12, 1, 4.
Well, it is an upgrade.
Yeah.
You could sell the old approach for 100.
Yeah. Sure, let's do it. Survivability. Actually, wait a second. How much do more things cost in the shipyard?
Ships are horrifyingly expensive. $3K, your ship's worth a K.
Yeah. That'll be a while. Okay.
I think a steam launch is worse. Yeah, it's worth even less than what you have.
Mm-hmm.
You would get 500 echoes for the downgrade.
Maybe there are some situations where that would be worthwhile. Yes, buying a denunciation.
If I were to guess, challenge play would probably be involved.
Yeah. Selling the reproach. And we have... Actually, I forget what... No, can't talk to him. I forget what other than the cloth they want. Excuse me.
Wait, who?
The person to recruit.
Oh. Wasn't it just a cloth?
I feel like there was something else, but I don't remember. Like, the cloth was the big part of it, but maybe it was just the cloth. I don't know. Anyway, I'll buy 3 mushroom wine, because I know that I'm going to... Actually, no, I'll get 4. I'm about to eat another supplies. So that will free up that last space again momentarily.
Mess at Z is always so surprising. Oh, you equipping your go?
Yep.
Learn to Steven.
Stop being so bad at Stevening.
Blue Barnett, home of the sunken shade.
The mechanic wants to visit the subcellar. We will need a Z story, a memory of distant shores, and a clayman, and an empty mirror catch box. I think I remember encountering this.
Oh, that nasty place. So she says, really nasty.
first, let's get our report. Bring news. And then let's luncheon with Lucy. Excellent. And that got a memory of distant shores. And more of Stone's attention. I'm still not sure if that's good or bad.
Or less of Stone's attention, who knows?
Yeah. Okay. That's all. Ooh. Crunch across the gravel up to the door. The brass of the door knockers tarnished. The paint is beginning to peel in the salty air. No one answers, but the door is unlocked. Go. The hall is dark, the parlor too. There are signs of disturbance here and there. A smashed cup, an overturned piano stool, scratches on the walls. You bend to pick up a page of paper and hold it to the light. It is an unfinished poem. You think the handwriting may be Phoebe's. The absent moon, the gnawing hunger in the heart, the well, the sea, the great many crossings out. There are sounds from downstairs, from the kitchen. You push open the door cautiously. Something clings to the ceiling. Something turns yellow eyes to you and hisses. You've explored the silent house on Hunter's Keep. 1 terror, 10 fragments. Something somewhere has changed. Oh, yellow thing in the kitchen. Story. There we go. The yellow-eyed maid clings to the ceiling like a lizard, fierce and wiry in her ragged uniform. She hisses furiously. When you advance a step, she scurries away to the far end of the room, still on the ceiling, weeping. %33% or 46%. Perhaps not now. I could loot the house? Let's take the modest challenge.
Yeah, how about that? What has happened here?
You cock your head and listen. Someone is singing, a woman's voice. Soft o'er the fountain, Eiling ring falls the southern moon. The sound takes you up the winding stairs to the turret at the back of the house. You try the door at the top. Locked. The sound ceases. It was Phoebe's voice. You call out to her. What's happened? We wanted their stories, she explains reasonably. We only wanted their stories in the beginning. We get so starved for stories out here, but then Lucy, she breaks down in sobbing. Want us to break down the door? Your bosun want us to break down the door? Your bosun whispers. While you're considering the answer, one of your crew swears and points. Smoke is leaking from beneath the door. I deserve an ending, Phoebe calls out. When you press your hands to the door, you can feel the heat on your palms. Yikes. The house on Hunter's Keep is aflame, gained a tale of terror. 2 terror and 40 fragments. Save Phoebe. Odds are in my favor. I'm gonna go for it.
Somehow the yellow-eyed maid leaps up and streaks across the lawn. Oh boy. Phoebe
Go.
goes east.
Yes. Ooh, achievement unlocked. The fall of the house. A bucket chain passes up water from the Z, enough to slow the flames a fraction and to soak the cloths you wrap yourself in. You dash through the flames, your skin crisping, eyebrows sizzling, your hair grows back patchy after. Phoebe is slumped against the wall. You seize her, sling her over a shoulder, dash out. The spine of the house breaks with a roar as the roof falls in. Sparks fly up towards the false stars so far above. The death of the house takes hours, but it is total. Only a cindered shell remains. Phoebe weeps when she wakes, racking sobs that shake her body. You should have left me is all that she will say for the longest time. Her face is horribly burned. She goes bandaged after, like the half-dead of the tomb colonies. Perhaps she's half-dead herself. It can be difficult to tell in the neath. Oop, lost one crew. Now have one, the scarred sister. She was the youngest sister of the Hunters Keep 3. Now her home is gone. She will not show her face nor speak of what occurred, but she is prepared to use her education to help heal your crew. Ah. Lost 5 terror. House on Hunter's Keep is a blackened shell. You now have a port report, Keep's End. Hunter's Keep in ruins. Well, I can excavate the cellar, at least. And I can pick over the ruins. Fungus and cavern vines are already reclaiming the masonry. Yeah, let's take a look. No one has come to reclaim Hunter's Keep despite its proximity to London. The place has an eerie reputation. It's difficult to see why today. The place is as peaceful as a folly in a park. The air is still. Far across the water, the lights of London glow. Lost 5 terror. Gained 1 memory of distant shores and 1 outlandish artifact. I can do that again? Okay, apparently it doesn't do anything anymore.
Take to excavate the cellar.
Yep, okay.
What does it take to excavate the cellar?
No more than 0 a serpent trap, which is probably a storyline. 1 foxfire candle, 1 empty mirror catch box, 5 supplies, and a clay man marked for London.
Marked for London? What does that mean? You can buy them in London?
I thought you could sell them in London.
Failbetter? Huh.
Yeah, I don't think you can buy them in London.
Oh, yeah, that's a sell, alright.
Would you grab me another drink, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
I guess you, like, got one from a wreck or something.
Mm.
Yeah, okay. Oh dear. There's litter on the floor.
That's not surprising.
Remember how your litter box violence is astonishing.
She messy. Okay, north to Vinderbite.
It's not just messy, she gets, like, audibly frustrated.
Bats! Yeah, one shot. Just a sec. Yeah, I've got room. Oh, would you take my pizza too? Yes, please. Just set it down if you would please. Thank you.
I probably gave that way more of a wide berth than it needed. And I get the whole using the air instead of walking on it, but that was probably like 2 feet further I need to go.
Okay, so I don't have what they want, which is the bring a shady sort.
Shady sort. Reassure them or tell them the truth.
Well, I don't have them anyway, so...
No one enters Vinterblight as a colonist unless they pass the skin check. There's much to let. Oh boy. Did you read that?
Mm-hmm.
What'd that say? The skin check?
Yeah, just tell her that he is much changed and for the worse. Don't have any tomb colonists. I can sell memories of distant shores here. But I might want to hold on to those for a little while. And don't have tomb colonists, right, so...
You know, I didn't know you could actually go back in there. I didn't have recordings of the ability to sell those.
No.
So I'm gonna add that.
Yeah, I think the Hollow Temple was something that I hadn't unlocked on my first visit.
Alright, so. Distant shores.
12 echoes.
Infinite. Recent news. You strip sell.
10
Not sure
echoes.
why you would. It's off worth more than that.
Yeah. Vision of the Surface, 15 echoes. Oh, and I suppose now we can,
And a monstrous almanac for a character.
yeah. And I suppose we can kill the lights
Oh, yeah.
for proper spooky times. There we go. What do we have?
Sperling.
Right, I need to find muter salt somewhere. I'm going to go ahead and spend my hearts as well, or spend my secrets as well on increasing my hearts. That sounds like a good idea.
Just ask Link. Oh yeah, you need a strange catch and meter salt for him?
Mm-hmm. I have the strange catch, but I still need muter salt.
Purchasable and wither for 5 Z stories.
Okay. I don't believe I have any or many of those. Let's see. Yeah, no Z stories.
Possibly purchasable elsewhere for not too much because it's sells for 50 in London.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, it'd be nice if you had access to that bazaar.
Yeah. Alright, explore. 20 fragments, 1 terror. That's it. In an wide space behind the Hollow Temple, you happen across a stepped platform of sorts. 4 statues guard it, marked with glyphs, all but lost to time and idle vandalism. They look a little like glyphs that decorate the glyphs that decorate the Echo Bazaar in London, though. At the heart of the platform is a long-filled well shaft, too. You poke about briefly, but something in the place makes you uneasy. A frost moth, the size of a farmer's hand, flutters down to perch on the well's edge. Another. A third. You retreat. And nothing else there. Okay, off to the place that trades in stories. Wither. So, mostly north, a little east.
And perhaps a little more east than usual, just to kill those shadows and see if maybe that's where the funding station's been hiding.
Yep. It's a very different location for it if it is, but...
Islands wander.
Uh-huh. These do, anyway.
I'm not sure if the islands truly wander or if something below shifts them about. Because I've seen screenshots. There are things below.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Don't want to mess with that thing.
Oh, it's just a life break. Okay.
Yeah. I still don't want to mess with the Lifeberg, but...
But it is not remotely as dangerous as the Wandering Isle.
No.
In fact, if you're a new engine, you can probably outpace a Lifeberg.
I'll come back to Codex after this. Gather intelligence first. Go. Continue. Folk of Wither are quiet and sly and mystical. They subsist on cave fish and the dust-burrowing beasts of the waste. Their beer, however, is adequate. That... 50 echoes to do away with some terror. Nah. Explore the town. You fall into a reverie as you wander the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, of a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of a salt works, someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?"
I think I know what gate they're talking about.
10 fragments. Another god... Storm, did it say? Another god's
Storm.
attention. Yep, Storm's attention has increased.
Or... Shout hold.
Yeah. And that's all that's left there. Shoops.
Again, Alex says, currently chilling doing some homework while watching the stream. Don't believe I'm familiar with the game. It's interesting. I feel like that may have been wrong window.
Yeah, if you enjoy the style of this game, the same people a long time ago, but it's still up, made a web-based game, much like the similar to Kingdom of Loathing, but in this same style and setting. Writing is also impeccable in that one, so recommended if you have the time to spare for it.
Echo Bazaar. One of the few good Facebook games.
Yeah. I actually realized it wasn't actually a Facebook game. I was mistaken about that. No.
Okay.
You can log in using your Facebook ID, so it's kind of connected in that way. Also,
that's just so off.
Also, they changed the name from Echo Bazaar to Fallen London.
I mean, everything uses a lot. It's way to...
Okay, yeah, nothing else to do here, so...
Yeah, Buttberg.
Lifeberg. Woo. Life is like a nightmare. There's a Lifeberg. Isle of Codex. Compile a port report. Report. Anything else? Nope. Can buy stuff for way too much. No shipyard. Okay. Off we go again, this time to the east, tending south.
The one patch left. Well, that's not. There's one to the south.
Yeah. There's more all over the place, but that's just, it's a patch in the middle.
Yes, I was under the impression that the Iron Mystery Company funding station was to the northeast. That's what they said. I think it's what they said. That's what they said, right?
No, they said that Mount Palmerston was to the northeast.
What did they say about the funding station? It's nearby?
Yes. Yes, that is what they said. Whoa. Okay. I'm not messing with that.
Fantastic person.
Excellent. Ah, yes, visiting the wistful devilless. Perhaps it's time for a cup of honey fungus tea. Or actually, was there anything? Was this where... Yes! The merciless modiste. That's who I'm looking for. She sounds awesome. Go. The modiste neither packs lightly nor suffers fools gladly. One scratch, one solitary scratch on my steamer trunks from you sniveling little homunculi, and I take the whole blessed lot of you apart at the seams. She turns back, her lips curling into a smile. As I was saying, Captain, you really must try to take the waters here before our cruise. Most invigorating brimstone. First officer. Oh yeah. Oh, I can't do either of those. Hey, wait. Oh yeah, surgeon. Hearts 5, Doctor Board 1. Oh, way superior. Way superior. I lose 1 pages, but that's okay.
Yeah, you can switch them out when you got a page challenge.
Yeah, that's true. Not right now.
Woo! Hearts max at 100.
Mm-hmm. Compile a port report. Let's go talk with the wistful devilless. Look down and see Port Palmerston like a toy and the ruins like gravel. You've come far, but the volcano's cone still rears above you. Rest a little before you go the last half mile. The road to the crater ends at a brass gate. I think I've read this before.
Oh yeah, I recall she wanted a gift to her.
Do you happen to have a case of souls for me? No, I'm not going to eat them. We don't eat souls, usually. I'm not clear how that story got around. I told you that I miss London. I miss hell. I'd like a keepsake, and all souls are ours, you know, by right. Or you could just lend me yours. She bites her lip and looks up into your eyes. I'll keep it safe, much safer than at Z. If you drown, it'll be here with me, for always. Mortals do drown so. She places a slender, sallow hand on your wrist. Through your cuff, it's warm as a stone in the sun. It won't hurt at all.
Yeep. I'm a little disturbed that the picture is there for when it shows what it says.
Unlocked with Minus's Soulless, no more than 0.
Unlocked with objective encounters 20. Okay.
Yeah. I kind of don't want to.
Can't blame you there. I guess just have to bring a case to Souls next time.
Yeah, if that's an option
you
next
can
time.
Perhaps not to back out entirely.
Oh yeah. Good point. Let's do that and come back with some souls later. And use our something awaits you to explore. Fresh water, a welcome sound. A quiet hollow, a stream of sweet dark water, a grove of parasynthetic fruit trees, boughs heavy with symbiotic fungus. Resupply but keep away from the stream, or fish in the stream. Matter of luck, pretty good odds, 70% chance of success. Sure, let's try it.
There's one there in Sticklebacks. Stickleback.
I don't know. Yay. You return to the ship with gall fruit, gloam carp, and freshly filled water casks. This has been a good day. 2 supplies. And we can also... Oh, unlocked with 2 supplies. Yeah, I don't want to spend that much on that. But before I leave, I do want to spend money on fuel. Because it's cheap here.
A little cheaper here. Also,
One more.
I forget, Zoo. 70 in London. No change. No get. What Barbary says, can't say I trust this soul turkey woman.
Okay.
Worms do drown, so...
I mean, she's not wrong.
Yeah, for some reason, like, life vets are not a thing in the Z.
Yeah, let's...
Do you think they'd be able to fashion some kind of floaty thing out of, like, corkwood or something?
Alright, let's south to the Pirate Reef. Maybe swing wide a little bit.
What are we after at this point? I lost track.
Well, basically we're trying to, or hoping to, find, what are you, no.
You have a 2. What was that?
What?
Hit battle again. E.
Oh, that's the, thing.
The thing, you say?
Yes, the thing. Hey, wait. There's definitely something, oh wait, maybe it's just,
Maybe the bat knows what's up there.
Frost found to the east. May as well if we're this close.
You found something in the frost.
It was more frost. It was hoarfrost.
I think they call that nice. I think they call that ice of the night.
Towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. Well, let's start by making a port report. Not all are Irami or Withern. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor, now and then a very cold, very sad rubbery man. But for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns.
What's a rubbery man?
I forget. Some look like Withern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those people. Let's take tea with them. We're keeping the steps for the Game of Truths, a helpful riddle fisher explains as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year the people of Irem and Wither meet here for, she pauses, contests, she finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day, someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Irami liqueurs, pale Withern beer, and something the riddle fisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the riddle fisher grins. From time to time, a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Lost 10 terror, gained 1 fuel, gained 1 supplies. Nice. I dig it. And we can enter with our unlocked with mirrors 50. You have 55. Should we?
Long flight rises glistening to a sheer tower. There's no door.
Your reflection hangs in the cloudy ice. Let's do it.
You should not enter without a good reason.
You probably shouldn't do that, one of the squatters advises. Ignore her. Face the wall. Examine your cloudy reflection. Close your eyes. Step forward. Shiver. Frostfound radiates both cold and a subtler chill of the heart. Did you move at all? Or is it your reflection that moved? You are inside Frostfound. Yeah. Light. 100 rich and blinding colors filter through the ice. It's like drinking a kaleidoscope. It's like being kidnapped by rainbows. The colors shift with every step you take, revealing shining corridors. In each and every corridor, your reflection waits.
Mirrors indeed.
Yeah. Enter the sapphire chamber. This corridor shimmers with a blue as rich as the sky of the surface.
What's a death skull?
Unlocked with terror 20 and terror no more than 24. Let's go. A howling wind. It fills your ears, but the air is still. Every facet of the ice crystal ball is the hard and depthless blue of a desert sky. You take one step further in, and that blue plucks at your senses. Vertigo spins you. A voice intones, "This was the sky." Recall other places where there is no sky. You are far from any sky. Stare fiercely into that fierce blue and call to mind your memories of skyless islands. 24% chance. Ugh. Step into the sky. You'll be terribly exposed, but perhaps you'll learn something. Sacrifice a point of veils.
What do you get for the Hyros thing? It looks like just a Z story.
It's unlocked with a memory of distant
Memory of
shores.
Okay.
So I spend a memory of distant shores and roll the dice and have a less than 1 in 4 chance of succeeding.
With unknown side effects.
Yeah. You know, I can always train back up more veils. Secrets aren't that hard to come by. They're a little slow, but...
In fact, you got one when you got here.
Yeah. Let's do that. Go for the sure thing. Don't gamble with your energy. Snake eyes. Yes, this blue is a brittle, savage barrier. Press against it and it will shatter, spilling you into the high wilderness. The stars are hungry, and there is a horror upon you. Your head spins. Increase your terror further to penetrate further into Frostfound. Wow.
The right items mean you may not have to sacrifice skill points. So what you learned is how to use this place.
Enter the Amethyst Gallery. Over here, a corridor is the deep violet of the more colorful Untersee corals. Dappled shadows drift like fish. You are the center of Hunter's attention. Things like and unlike sharks. Long, sleek, half-visible behind the walls. You have the sudden sense that they are vaster than sharks. Vaster than Frostfound itself. Perspective confounds you. This place stretches away in every direction through a dusty purple haze, as if you float in a cloud. The air is chill and crackling. Vast and shadowy shapes hang lifeless in the distant clouds. Fluid staining their hides. Whale things and beast things, bigger than dirigibles, bigger than cities. You are a speck in the cloud. Are you still inside Frostfound? Once again, there is a voice, lifeless as leaden type. There were casualties. Fear is the way to the heart of Frostfound. You will not escape unscathed. Don't have a Z story to try that.
I see. If you had a Z story, you wouldn't need to sack the point of iron.
Yeah, but I would still be rolling the dice on that. And you know what? I think I can spare the iron. Great, sad, dead eyes like stagnant crater lakes. Mouths which could drink rivers. Your entire ship would be a glint on a speck in a pockmark on the least limb of these things. Every time you enter battle, you will remember this. Enter the cavity. That corridor glows the rich red of sunlight on fresh blood. As you tread the corridor's crimson facets, you almost expect your feet to come away sticky.
Ew.
You are bathed in crimson light, thick as cream. It warms your skin and fills your mouth with the taste of iron. This is only a memory, a voice intones. The crime is forgotten. Its shadow remains. Whatever was remembered here is gone, but even its traces still scald the air. You can give into it, but it will damage you. 16%. Okay, now that I know how it works, I'm guessing that if I fail, it probably winds up exactly as if I had done that, so... And I don't know what else to do with Tales of Terror. Let's do it. Go. Oh, well, that's... Oh. There was a terror you found out on the Z. You remember it keenly. But what does it mean, this chamber, this place? Frostfound shivers around you. Memory is fragile. Lost a terror, lost a tale of terror. I could try it again. Why not?
So failure just means you didn't...
Yeah, you lose the item, and that's it. Nope. Nope. Geez, how many of those did I have? 4, apparently. Nope. Oh well, worth a shot. On we go. And on we go. Can you recall the day we married? Oh. All living things are joined in the chain, men and apes, bees and roses, messengers and stars. When the red science breaks it, even time is scarred. Now that scar has touched your spirit.
The red science? Breaking that which connects all living creatures? Weird.
Back into the cavity? What? Why is it doing this again?
I don't know. Go back to the corridors. Maybe it's random.
Okay, yeah, unlocked with terror between 35 and 49, and I have 46. So I guess I have to do that again to
Oh, you
proceed
need more
further.
spoofs.
Yep. Well, let's continue. This is fascinating, but a little,
Costly.
costly and unnerving. All living things... Yes, that again.
61.
The
Emerald
Emerald
Vista.
Vista. The green of forests, of poison, of leaves haloed by arc light. Chilly air. The scent of pine. Rich, deep, fresh green of infinite depths and tints. If secrets had a color, it would be this. It baffles and delights the eye. A chilly wind brushes you. Something sought, the voice intones. Something lost. Okay, it requires 7 fragments. We have 50. Fragments are rather plentiful, so
What's the dice roll?
18%.
Among the higher. Probably because it's your highest stat.
Yeah. Failed. What is this promise of green? Nothing. Frostfound is a lie, a memory, and your secrets are only secrets. Again. Failed. Again. Failed.
Come on.
Nope. Succeeded! There are changes which will wash away all that you were and all that you are. Nothing is familiar. Everything is new as morning, but you have something to cling to. The Diamond Bridge. Here the light is brightest, lightning bright, migraine bright, bright as humiliation. Even when you close your eyes, the light does not diminish.
Cool.
A narrow space of blinding light, all colors and none, between the towers of Bright and the towers of Teneb. Once on the bridge, you will be exposed like an insect in the desert, like a fresh carcass on the operating table, like a jewel in the sun. And I don't have a memory of the surface, so I can't do that one, but it was only a 9% chance anyway. So, sacrifice a point of pages. The light will erode what you are. You stumble through a mounting haze of dread. The light tears at you. Thoughts wither like charring paper. Charring paper. What's charring paper? I inflected that incorrectly. Across into the merely brilliant light of inner Frostfound. Across into the merely brilliant light of inner Frostfound. Continue. Enter the iridescence. A softer, pearlier mirror fog glow coils from this corridor. Oh man, is this Frostfound's pearl? What dark inclusion? If this is Frostfound's pearl, what dark inclusion provoked it? The light here is very different. The ice crystal walls are invisible behind a soft and luminous fog. Even the air is warmer. Your shadow paces you, stalking the boundaries of the fog. Know yourself, a voice intones. You have brought burning knowledge across the sea. Use it now to unveil your shadow reflection in the fog. Unfortunately, I do not have that burning enigma. Wrestle yourself. Know yourself? Never mind that. Take the direct approach. Assault your shadow reflection. Let's do it! Arrgh! Over and over you go, in a tumble of furious limbs. You know all your weak spots, but so do you. Fingernails gouge your flesh, reach for your eyes. Words gouge deeper. At last you rise, trembling, your blood on your hands.
That was stupid.
100. Oh boy.
Praised. When you return to London after your time at Z, terror will always drop to 50.
That's good to know. Lost one of everything else. Enter the dark room. Nothing is visible. Sacred ground. Almost silence. Soft breath. The crushing pressure of once-lived experience as at the core of a star corpse. Frostfound's lightless heart. Traveler returning, you have been here before. You wrote your name. You wrote it in your blood, which is fire. Which I don't have any of that.
What are those things?
Menace's Yearning Burning, 100. Letters of the name which burns, no more than 0, which I have. Unlocked with 1 dread surmise. Unlocked when the touch of the south is. Unlocked when the scars of the north is. Unlocked when the mark of the east is. Unlocked when the western stigma is. Fumble in the darkness. It was only curiosity that brought... Was it only curiosity that brought you this far? Perhaps you can salvage something, regardless. Unlocked when Doom Frostfound's core is...
Open a sunlight-filled mirror catch box.
That would be interesting. Unveil a judgment's egg. Light overcomes darkness. If you are done with this darkness, this will preserve you. Harvest a star shell. Something desolate remains of a long-ago change. Something the curator might desire. Oh. This is how I get Gant.
Hey, page from the Neathbow. Oh, it's Gant.
Mm-hmm.
And what is that, a point of mirrors or something?
You need 100 mirrors.
So this is, as I suspected, an endgame toy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess you could,
Fumble. Fumble in the darkness. 50% chance. Let's do it. Always seek adventure. Bam! Your hand closes on a memory. Long ago, a traveler went east, seeking something that could not be found in the black and starry kingdoms of the high wilderness, nor in the irigo temptations of the nadir, not in the glow of the forge, nor the crushing silence of the Untersee deeps, not in the shapeling citadels, not in the light of the south, not of the sundered sea. The traveler went east, and others may follow. You have found something the traveler tried to forget, that naked need. The traveler won't be pleased. You now have one searing enigma. Well, there's that. You have despoiled a sacred place. You've gained 1 mirrors. Salt's curse lies on you.
Curse of the nameless god of farewells.
Well, that could be bad. A false star flares in the cavern roof directly above you. Flares and fades. There we are. Let's take tea with them again, since apparently I can. And that did a good job of reducing terror, I think. Yes, lost 10 terror. Very good. I'll need to regain all that terror to get back in there, I think, but I don't want to run around with max terror. That sounds bad.
Also, you can't get in with terror greater than 20.
Oh, you're right.
You have to start with low terror and pick up terror as you go.
Okay. Okay, plotting a course. Let's head straight over to Gator's Morn and then back over this way. Actually, wait, there's nothing I really need in Gators Morn other than a, well, the port reports are always good to have. Yeah, let's do that. Southwest.
I suppose you can... Oh, it's this time, too. Yeah.
That's not a good sound.
Yeah, I'm guessing Salt Spirits is a bad thing.
Achievement unlocked. Thou all-shaking thunder.
What happened to the 100 again?
I got to 100 at that point,
I
but
forget what the High Terror does.
as do I. It certainly makes things, or it certainly seems to make things tense. Whoa, gleaming it rises from the sea. It coils lazily around a sailor who does not speak or cry out. She only steps into its embrace and is gone. Ask and no one will answer. The sea is quiet. Nothing stirs. But you saw the moon-pale limb of the monster. Was it there? Did the sailor leap? Surely you didn't push her. Surely. Whoa! Okay.
I'm not sure if that's a terror effect or an effect of Salt's Curse.
Why not both? Why not Zoidberg? Oh, shoot, that's right. Well,
Hey, you should probably talk to your officers and get like a fire check.
That's a good idea. Do I have one secret.
Oh, you got a curiosity from the tower.
That's the port report.
Oh, it's just one.
Port. Okay. Well, actually, let's see. What do veils? Both are veils. Let's learn veils. Who does veils best? That would be the chief engineer. Speak to...
It appears that him doing it best doesn't really change anything. It's like 1 for 1.
Yeah. Okay, that went from 58 to 60. That's, Yeah, let's try it. You never learn who said what, but someone ends up pushed out of a window. It's a long drop out there. The errant limpet trembles dangerously as the brawl gathers momentum. I lost one terror. That was a bad trade-off. Oh! 45%, 48%. Flee. The better part of valor is discretion. The better part of discretion is not falling off a high cliff into a rock-fanged sea. The odds are against me, but that's the better option of the two. 48 versus 45. Narrowly, but... let's do it. Yes, you plunge through the washing line, clatter down an flight of unsteady wooden stairs. cut across the fish market, and duck through a colonnade of faceless statues. Your pursuers are gaining on you until the statues, and then they drop back. Disconcerting, but they're gone. And gain 3 terror right back, dang it. Well, gather intelligence.
Yeah, cursed men taking chances isn't the best thing.
Shoot. Lost a crew. 100 terror again. At least I got the port report. Nope. Okay, east to that place.
What's in your journal?
Dunes! Yeah. Doom, Frostbound's Core.
Oh, Gods of Z, probably.
Yeah. Salt's Curse. Now I can visit that place way down, the statues, because yeah, visiting the Salt Lions reset my
Your salt?
yeah, basically. If it'll let me do that again anyway, which I hope it will. But yes, for now, to the east. Mutiny. Oh, that's bad.
Here's what High Terror does. Okay.
Fear and despair have destroyed the loyalty of your crew. Half of those who remain have taken up arms against you. You've taken shelter in the bridge while their shots ring out around you. Cut them down. Ooh. Either way, fail. 26% is the better option. Well, fingers crossed. You take cover with your loyalists and hold them at bay as long as you can. One by one, you run out of ammunition. When they storm the bridge, you fight them hand to hand to no avail. One of them smashes you through the glass of the bridge windows. You tumble to the deck as they shout in desperate victory and land with a final crunch. Dang, that was going so well up until then. Into darkness you will be mourned. Don't have an ironclad mill. Well, since I was intending this to be the last run, I was hoping it would last longer, but...
Did you intend to take such such risks?
Well, I mean, I generally do. You know, just because I mean, for one, I didn't realize that that's what Terror did. But also just avoiding game content for the sake of playing the game longer seems really counterintuitive. You know?
Well, I mean, like, doing the chancy thing in Pirate Zone with really high terror in the first place, and a curse on you. That was a lot. I would have just gone straight to London.
Yeah, I probably should have.
Well, maybe stopping at islands on the way to London. But yeah, that was not going to end well.
Yeah.
Plus, you were definitely in an end game area.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting, though.
Yeah. I now know what's there. So...
It's only 9:26.
Yeah, but that's half the slot. And I don't really want to start something... I don't want to start another game at this, because it's going to last way longer than 90 minutes. And I don't really want to start whatever I'm going to play next either, because it's only 90 minutes. And I'm not sure what else there might be to do. Any suggestions for how to fill the remaining time? Or should we just call it a night?
From the chat?
From the chat, from you, from whoever. Could play Elite.
Depending on what you're up to, that could be interesting.
I kind of left off not really doing much.
Lord Bob Breeze says speedrun another death.
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would want to be successful, especially since I'm passing on some worthwhile stuff, at least.
Not much. Probably the gun.
The gun or the engine?
You bought a nice gun.
I also bought a nice engine.
Which one was nicer?
I think the engine was more expensive.
You never got to use the nice gun, actually.
I did. I did.
No, you didn't
remember
fire that thing once.
Yeah, remember it one-shot the bats.
I don't remember any bats.
There were bats.
Were there bats when I went to go put the pizza in the fridge?
Maybe?
Because I did not see you fire the gun once.
It happened between Hunter's Isle and Vinderbite.
That might have been the pizza.
Could
All I
be.
remember is that life burger that turned up. Well, that's dumb. Whenever Reese says there are always bats.
Bats are always
an
the
unending
worst.
supply of bats.
Mm-hmm.
A hopeless amount of spiders.
Well, while we think about it, I'm going to go record my life. Ugh.
And I'm going to check that.
What's that sound? What? What's that sound? No, it sounds like talking.
Not my earbuds, in spite of like a Game Grumps video being up.
Hmm. Let's see. I've been playing Spellspire, but that wouldn't be very entertaining to watch. Shinjin IO would probably also not be very entertaining, especially since I haven't played it in months, so remembering how to do would be...
Of course this sale terminates before I get around to it. It is not on sale anymore, but I know you definitely need to play West of Loathing.
Ooh, yeah, I do. But again, that's something that I would want to dedicate more time to, unless it is just super short.
You could dedicate several dang weeks to it, I'm sure.
Well, nah.
The opening's pretty short. There's like a tutorial zone, practically.
Well, I do know what I want to play next on Thursday. Or, actually, depending on how TJ is able to attend. If I can get in contact with her and she's able to, getting in contact with her isn't difficult, it's just, yeah, if she's able to, about nearly 2 years ago, when she was still living in Seattle, she came down to visit. Actually, maybe it was almost 3 years ago. Well, whenever it was, she came down to visit for the holidays, and for 2 Thursdays, I think it was just 2, maybe it was 3, we played Kentucky Route Zero.
Oh yeah, that.
Now, there were only 3 chapters of that at the time that we played. A 4th has since been released. So, ideally, I would like to do that next week, but after that, a Hat in Time.
Yes. Guess them dwarves.
Yeah. I've heard some rather unfortunate things more recently, but I mean...
If it has to do with the fan base, no one gives a crud.
No, it doesn't have to do with the fan base.
Okay.
It has to do with some stuff that the devs did.
Ah. Does it truly impact the game?
It might a little bit. But I don't know. Basically, it was, JonTron is in the game. At a certain point, JonTron was also in Yooka-Laylee. Then he started showing himself to be racist, misogynist, all that fun stuff. And people were very angry and stopped liking him, and rightfully so. And then, in response to this, the developers of Yooka-Laylee pulled his part of the game out entirely. The devs of A Hat in Time, meanwhile, Gears for Breakfast, even when faced with this, were rather adamant about keeping him in. And I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I mean, in fairness, I don't know what their... actually, you can go ahead and turn the light back on. It's not spooky times anymore. Although, while we're talking, I will go ahead, at least, and... Actually, wait, yeah, I can just quit the title screen. And hopefully that won't lose that legacy. Hopefully that will just remain there
Looks like you don't get to keep the engine. There's iron.
Oh, you're right.
Gears and cash, veils and cash.
One officer might be good, though.
Hearts and an officer. Your hearts are pretty low.
Yeah, my hearts were pretty low. My iron wasn't great either, though.
Yeah, you want half your mirrors if
Yeah,
anything.
I'll go ahead and look. But I didn't have much money, though. Is the thing. Like, that would give me 3 mirrors. That would give me no iron, but the denunciation, which is nice. No, that gives... Salvager gives me absolutely nothing. Shipmate gives me...
Go with house fairy.
No, I would probably go with either the Tireless Mechanic, the Scarred Sister, or the Merciless Modiste. It would be weird to have the Scarred Sister and then that story bit not have happened. Unless it's that... Unless it manages to be continuous in that manner. Probably the Merciless Modiste, though. She's kind of badass.
Plus, it'd be kind of nice to have Hunter's Keep back for an early game.
Yeah. So yeah, that would be the one that I would want, though. Rival.
Ironclad Will gets you lodgings and heirlooms.
Scion lets you choose 2 legacies.
Some things increase stats by 25.
Wow.
Scion is powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Admiration of her heart. Pages. Interesting.
Well, anyway. Quit the title screen.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe they had a contract, like, for legally required to live in.
Maybe? Although you would think they would come out and say that if that were the case. What I hope to be the case is simply that they had that in, they didn't want to have to rework that entire part of the game, or they didn't want to have to pay another voice actor to come in and redub all of his lines. They were like, the money's spent, the work is done, let's just be done with it. I hope that was the worst that it was. Because I can understand that. I can sympathize with that. It sucks to have to scrap work, or scrapping work when you don't have to, when you don't absolutely have to, is the worst. Scrapping work at all really sucks.
Especially when it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
If someone else did something, or had done something you didn't know about, or did something later after the work was done.
Yeah.
It's like, did I really devalue this? I feel like I shouldn't devalue this.
Yeah, that I feel similarly about
Hold on.
oh, what is that game called?
What about Bree says, I didn't realize Kentucky Route Zero even had cameos. Or did I get things mixed up and you're talking about Hat in Time instead of Kentucky Route Zero?
Oh yeah, I was talking about A Hat in Time. Kentucky Route Zero does have real people in it, though, as characters.
Colonel Sanders?
I remember Roberta Williams was one of them.
Huh. They got Robot Williams in there.
As well as, who was that other early Sierra guy?
I was going to say, next you're going to say John Carmack.
No. Though I think Richard Garriott might have been one of them as well.
Lord British?
Well, it wasn't actually those people in the game. It's just that there were characters who were them. Like, they were characters. Like how in Venture Brothers, the main bad guy is David Bowie. He's not played by David Bowie, he is David Bowie, played by someone else.
I actually didn't know that.
Yep.
I guess he's like the leader of the evil league.
Something like that.
Is there silly board meetings?
Mm-hmm.
What about where he says "ow low"?
I think possibly. And that they never, like, actually openly state in the game that, yes, this is Roberta Williams, this is Al Lowe, this is whoever else. They only have first names, but as you talk to them, it is obvious who they're supposed to be if you know your classic adventure games.
What happens if you tell Lord British Corp poor?
I don't think that's an option.
Probably not an option you're given. Oh boy, I am the last person. I shouldn't know anything about the Ultima series. But there was a stupid webcomic I read once. About a player character called I'm a Newbie in Ultima Online. And I just picked up a bunch of crap from that. One-off. Collider. Cryptid Sandwich. Duck Game. Dungeons of Bacon. The Jerk Perks. Bird Time. Faster Than Lump. KSP. That giant rat that chews on the roots of the world tree.
What? No, it's just a dragon.
Has a squirrel furry insults up and down it between him and
Furry insults.
whatever lives on top of the world tree. I forget.
Yeah, but no, Nidhogg is a dragon. You said rat.
Nidhogger is also presented as a rat gnawing on the roots of the tree.
Huh.
A squirrel furries insults between him and
Crap, what is that?
something that lives in the top.
What is that squirrel's name? I remember finding...
I have no... That is one of the last things I would know. I didn't know that squirrel had a name.
It has a name, and I remember finding a reference to that somewhere. Like, I recognized the name from a game. So, give me a moment, and I will look that up, because
Norse.
stuff is interesting.
Norse.
Norse insult squirrel. Ratatosker!
Norse insult squirrel.
Yep. Yeah.
Is that like Triumph the insult comedy dog, but in Norway?
No, that's the squirrel that carries insults back and forth between Nidhogger and,
Oh, Michael one just ninja'd you on it too.
Oh,
Just
nice.
as you look it up, he typed Ratatosker. Has flashbacks to Tales of Symphonia 2.
Yeah, I knew I recognized it in Final Fantasy XIV, one of the great dragons, the dragon that was slain by King Thordan of Ishgard. King Thordan, the founder of Ishgard, slew Ratatosker and devoured her eyes.
Ah. But she was a dragon.
She was a dragon.
Named after a squirrel.
Yep.
A squirrel that, in myth, carried insults between an eagle and a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
I forget the eagle's name. Also, sometimes the dragon was a rat. Oh geez, that squirrel. Third image. That's
I see it. It's spoopy.
Those are not squirrel's teeth.
Yeah. Unfortunately, this isn't appearing on the stream, so you're just going to have to trust us on
Those
this.
are not squeef. That doesn't look like a squirrel either.
Let's see. Vedrfolnir, who I think, to carry messages between the eagle and the hawk Vedrfolnir, perched atop Yggdrasil, and the dragon Nidhogger, who dwells beneath one of the three roots of the trees. Ratatosker is attested in the Poetic Edda, compiled in the 13th century from earlier traditional sources, and the Prose Edda, written in the 13th century by Snorri Sturluson.
I believe you mean tree singular. We are talking about Valinor here.
Tree singular? Did I say trees?
Yeah.
Oh, the three
Which
roots
really
of the
think
tree.
Of the light of the trees. I don't think there's any Valaquendi going on in here.
But yeah, the Heavensward expansion of FF14 is full of Norse stuff. Like, absolutely full of names borrowed from Norse stuff. Which kind of makes sense because most of it takes place in the frozen north. So,
And it's kicked off by a dragon, or a mostly dead dragon, being a jerk.
I wouldn't call him mostly dead.
He's alive enough to be a jerk.
He's alive enough to have been a jerk for thousands of years.
Well, he was very alive before that fight where he got mostly dead.
Yeah, but he got better. He got better.
He like blew up that Imperial fleet, but got shot a lot, and it's kind of like held very still for a while.
Oh, wait, you're talking about Bahamut?
No, not him. The World Serpent.
Oh. Midgard Sormer?
Yeah, the one you talked to early on, it calls you dumb and flashes his eyes, separating you from the giant crystal at the core of the world.
That's not how Heavensward starts.
Really? I thought that was towards the beginning of Heavensward.
No, that was before that happened before the initial release of the game. Like
No, I don't mean the fight. I mean the thing I was just talking about, where you go talk to him, he calls you stupid, and severs your connection to the crystal.
Okay, yes, that actually happens just before the beginning of Heavensward.
When I say he's being a jerk, that's what I'm talking about.
That was in the material that bridged between A Realm Reborn and Heavensward.
Like, things appear to be horribly bad, and he makes it worse. Should have asked a dragon for help. Sheesh.
Right?
That does spur you to eventually stop war. Not prevent, mind, just stop.
After thousands of years. Or well, at least
bloodshed, what are all those knights going to do with their lives?
At least 1500 anyway. Well, given the end of the war and the truth that comes to light, at the point I'm at now, it's definitely threatening to cause some political upheaval.
Oh, okay, so they'll just keep fighting wars, just different wars.
Basically.
Whew! The Ellison condition.
Yep.
It's like the human condition, but with more blood getting all over the place.
Yep.
Which is impressive, because there's kind of a lot in the former.
But yeah, basically, the huge threat of peasant revolts.
Pheasant revolts.
Pheasant revolts.
Flapping, 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 flapping. Ah! They're everywhere!
You know, that's a thing I could do.
Pheasant revolts?
No! I could stream some FF14.
That's a thing you could do, especially if you have something interesting to do.
I mean,
Like not crafting.
I kind of do, but I also kind of left off in the middle of crafting, so my inventory is rather full. I mean, in fairness, I am crafting along a quest line. So there's that.
But will there at least be content for the viewers to enjoy?
Like I said, I'm crafting along a quest line. So there will be that quest content.
Okay.
It's not simple turn-in stuff. These are like the guild advancement quests.
Otherwise, I was going to say we should like goof around, do something silly, and do you have absolute drift, for instance?
I do not.
We can engage in
It looks
hooning.
cool, but...
Octothorpe tofu.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. I'll need to tweak the UI a little bit, but that shouldn't be a problem.
So you gonna want a copy of these Sunless C notes here?
That might not be a bad idea. Just like save the file, send it to me over Google Hangouts or something. Actually, I just realized if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need to pause the stream briefly, so
and tell Twitch you're playing something different?
Actually, kill XSplit so that it doesn't freeze my computer outright when I change resolution.
Even more important!
Yes.
Yes, I've learned from experience that wasn't actually my own, that when you change the game on Twitch, it often doesn't bother reflecting that unless you start a new stream effectively.
Well, okay,
They may fix that in the beta. I don't know.
Yeah.
I noticed the beta's fixed a couple of things that they broke a while ago.